Welcome to beautiful Bolivia, an amazing country with some amazing topography and beautiful skies. It's also one of the highest altitudes you can grow coffee at. And this year, Intelligentsia, our coffee partner at Virgin Voyages, hosted their extraordinary coffee workshop in Bolivia. We started with classrooms talking about clustering and metabolite patterns. Very exciting stuff, I know. But we were able to sit down with growers from around the world, from Costa Rica to Ethiopia, and talk about climate change and sustainability in packaging. It was really exciting to see that everybody was involved in Intelligentsia's impact and direction that was leading this. The next day, we left La Paz, such a beautiful city in Bolivia, and headed to the countryside. They had all these great little kiosks, these little shops, selling everything from pieces of fried chicken to little drinks and candies. They even had their watchful dogs that would make sure that everybody was staying in line. I always say that I'm an equal opportunity drinker, but these were some crazy selections at this little roadside cafe. Back in the minivan, we suddenly came across Death Road. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Kind of scary. You think kind of bumpy. I'm not shaking the camera around for this one. We were rewarded that evening by being hosted by a wonderful farm and family. They showed pictures of everything they were doing and the yields they had. Their local milling works where they processed the coffee cherries, which lead to coffee beans, was impressive. They separated all the different types of beans and cherries, and they actually used local taxis as delivery services for some of the farms that just didn't have enough trucks to bring the beans down. The next day, we went on a few different farm trips. We saw some amazing people that were really tilling and working the land. The coffee beans looked spectacular. Everybody really kind of came out and showed that they were really proud of what they were doing. And the countryside was amazing. There was so much pride with these families, and there were so many great stories of how the impact of Intelligentsia was helping them grow more, have higher yields. And you can see by this picture, with an Intelligentsia farm on the right and a non-Intelligentsia farm on the left, how that organization and structure really does lead to a better quality product. Now, I'm not going to lie, after a long day of hiking and moving around, it was great to have a cold beer with such an amazing view. Our next stop was back to one of the largest millworks or coffee processing plants. Here, everything was done by hands. How they dry, how they agitate the beans and move them around so nothing gets too wet on one side or the other, leads to this amazing end product. They even had their little mascot as well. He was kind of shy, but after that, back into the minivans as we went even deeper and deeper into the mountains to actually one of the highest altitude places in the world where you can grow coffee. Now, the sun gets pretty intense, so forgive me for this hat, but again, it was such an amazing experience. I think this might be my next album cover, by the way. But diving back into the beautiful countryside, it was really amazing to see what they had in store for us. The coffee farmers were so proud of what they were doing, and it was so impressive. They were growing coffee at 9,000 feet. Everything was just so green and so well taken care of, and they were growing some amazing strains of coffee. And then we ended up hiking down the side of the Andes mountain range, and they had this in store for us. Such pride in their country. It was an amazing day. The trip came to an end. But I'm very proud to say that we're serving Intelligentsia coffee aboard Virgin Voyages. They have such a strong impact with the farmers they work with that direct trade is very important because they truly do invest in making a coffee world a better place.